Hello, everyone. I'm going to have to send Tristan to go get the rest of the tomatoes because I definitely did not get all of the tomatoes. But we get to start with this puzzle by Michael Lefkowitz, aka Juggler. Let's see if I got a list of voters. Yes, this puzzle was voted for by David, Russ, Daniel, David, Luda, and Doomdiot. So thank you all for your support. We are next week, by the way, debuting some additional supporter benefits, including a supporter Let's Play of Sudoku-vania, which if you've not seen Sudoku-vania is absolutely insane, as well as some ability to vote not only on puzzles, but on games I do Let's Plays of. So look forward to that. We'll have a video explanation, and we'll have a little teaser video of the intro of Sudoku-vania as well, which I think we're planning to do next weekend. I've also announced that I'm going to do a Let's Play of Silk Song, which is finally coming out. The sequel to Hollow Knight, if you are not in the know. So be wary, or be looking forward to that. I am looking forward to it. All right, so let's see. So we have normal 6x6 rules apply. A digit in a circle indicates how many times that digit appears in a circle in the puzzle. And so I'm guessing the joke is that, like, all of these things are circles, and that's probably a circle too. Sure, why not? Digits strictly never appear more than once in a cage. I don't think that's a sentence, but okay. Cells separated by an X sum to 10. So that's these two, I'm guessing. Not all possible X's are given. Gray lines are palindromes. So that's probably this line. Digits equidistant from the line center are the same. Those are the rules. Don't forget any of them. So maybe this is also a gray line. Maybe it's just aesthetic. Who knows? Thanks, Juggler. I hate it. Okay, so how many circles do we think we have? Let's see. So that, by my count, is 8, 9, 10 circles. And so that means that we there's nothing about the sum of the cage. The 16 is aesthetic. So I don't think the 16 means anything. Let's see. I've read the rules, Tristan. You count 7 circles. Let's see. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think these are all in a circle. So I think that is 8. Hey, Juggler, welcome. I've already said I hate it, but I can't imagine that your goal in making this was anything but to make me specifically hate it. Like no one would accidentally set a puzzle as hateful as this. It was definitely intentional. I get 10. There's no way I count anything but 10 for the number of digits in there. And there's already 2 3s and 3 4s. I agree. And this has got to be the 4 6. I don't think there's any way I can read this that this isn't a 4 6. People claim that it says something about the cage having a sum or something, but that's not in the rules. Oh, you're counting circles, not digits and circles. So so if there's 10 circles, and the digits and circles need to sum to 10, or there's 10 circle digits, that means the circle digits sum to 10, which means that we need, and 3 and 4 are circled, so that means we need 1 and 2 to also be circled, and 5 and 6 to not be circled. So we have that. Digits strictly never appear more than once in a cage. That is the rule about cages. Uh, the word sum, except for the X's, does not appear in the rules. So this 16 is just a joke. Uh, it is not a real thing. Uh, People keep saying read the rules, but I am looking at the rules. There is not a rule that says anything about that. Uh, oh, I see. I see. So 1 and 6 don't appear in the cage is how people are reading that. Okay, that's a reasonable interpretation for a troll puzzle. I'll buy that. So what people are saying here, and I think I buy this, is that the 1 and the 6 appear in the cage. So we can't have another 1, 6, so that these are 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are 1, 6. I think I buy that as a reasonable troll interpretation. Okay. And yeah, we got the 4, 6. Yeah, this is definitely a very Carl Sagan, Juz Cook kind of puzzle. This is a Tristan puzzle, not a Zeta puzzle, I will tell you. Tristan is the lover of troll stuff. So are all the gray lines palindromes, or is only this gray line a palindrome? That I'm not sure of. Let's see. So the question is, are both the thicker thing and the thinning thing? Oh, please, for the love of God, Ilm just solved the puzzle for me, and then I don't have to think about it anymore. If people just want to start reading me a code to write across the first row, I'm here for it, Ilm. So that level of backseating, totally okay. Let's see. It says gray lines, so it could be any number of gray lines, but then you have to decide, is this 1 gray line, which would be my guess, or is it 2 gray lines, 3 gray lines? Like, are these both 6s, and then this is that? So we've got all of that. We have absolutely nothing about a digit in a black circle. Tristan is assuming he knows which way the palindrome split, but I think the palindromes could split in like 65 different ways. Let's see. I guess that's depending on whether the line goes to this cell or not. Like, I would just say that these could just both be 6, and then this would be a gray line that was a palindrome, and it would be fine, right? That seems fine to me. Let's see. Then the other palindrome breaks. So Nell is reading it as, it just says the gray line, so if we're very literal about it, these two should be the same. We can certainly try that. I mean, I think there's multiple interpretations, and so when there's multiple interpretations, I tend to think that it's a puzzle to figure out what interpretation. But chat likes this interpretation, so we can try this, and then we can certainly orange these. And I know these two aren't any of the existing colors, so they can be blue. Let's see. Okay, is there anything interesting to do with this? Like, I could place green here, for example, within this box. The last color. Oh, we do have 5 colors, right? We do have 5 colors. Because this is a naked, the color we don't have, is what Emma is saying. And so the color we don't have is red. We can place yellow here. Let's see. These are red and purple. These are blue and orange. Let's see. Green's already showed up twice in circles. So I think green is just 2, right? Because we've already got... Oh, sorry. Green is 2 or 4 are the only options. Because we know that the digits that show up in circles are 1, 2, 3, 4. I might as well say. Oh, no, it can't be 4. Sorry, it can't be 4 because there's a third 4 over here. So green is just 2. And we can bring out Zach for the digit dance. Ba-boop-a-doop. Dooka, dooka, dooka. Ba-doop-a-doop. Dooka, dooka, dooka. Ba-doop-a-doop. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Okay, so that's a 2. Got that. Let's see. Okay, so this isn't a 2 for sure because we've already got that. Okay, so these are just a 1. Oh no, there's a 1, a 3. Where's the... Oh, that's right. This is a 1, 3, or 4 as well. And these 3 digits are a 1, 3, 4 triple. And so that digit is not a 1, a 3, or a 4, or a 2. So this is a 5 or a 6 because this is one of each, 1, 3, and 4. Which, if ever there was a way to get Zeta to rate this puzzle more than a 0 out of 5, having a bespoke triple that looks at a cell to fill it in is definitely the way to get me to rate it. Well, we'll go. I'll rule out negatives for scores. Let's see. Right. So orange doesn't repeat in a circle. So orange goes here. So this is just a 3 or a 4. It's not a 1. Let's see, blue now goes here. Are you saying the entire purpose of the green cloth is to make me suffer and that it actually has no video effect whatsoever, Tristan? Because I've suspected that. Oh, it's being pointed out that there's a 4-6 pair in this row, so that makes that a 3. A 3 makes that a 3. One of those is a 3. None of those are a 3. Okay, there's a 1-6 pair, so that's a 4, 4, 4. 6, 4, 6, 1. 5, 1, 1, 1, 6. Okay, so 2, 4. So that's a 5. We can just get rid of the coloring at this point. There's no point in it anymore. Oops. Boop. That's a 1. That's a 2. See, these are a 5, 6, but I don't know. That's a 3. This is a 2 and a 5, so it's in that order. That makes that a 4, 5, 2. So that's the 3. That's a 1. That's a 6. That's a 3, 4. Okay, so those are a 5, 6, and these are a 5, 6. So we've got a bizarro 5, 6 pair to sort out through some bizarre rule that can have that. Let's see. Does strictly never appear more than once in a cage. Gray cells separated by an X. Sum to 10. Are we like reading an X like across here or something? Oh, there is an X. I see. Not all possible X's are given. We've got that sort of the classic Sudoku troll. Hey, Carl, how are you doing? So we need to have an X that's not given. And if you look at the 6s, presently there's no X that's not given. So we need to make this a 6. Well, it's not getting a heart, I'll tell you that. But as far as this sort of puzzle goes, there's a lot of cleverness packed in here, and I very much appreciate that this is a 6x6. So this is as good as a puzzle like this could possibly be. 2 out of 5. I'll grab another puzzle. Let's see what else I can find. Oh, that's not the channel. Uh, let's see. That's right. Tristan did all the puzzles that I put in the bucket that I wanted to do last time, I seem to recall. Uh, but not the James Sinclair puzzle that I put in thing. I mean, I am 100% certain, Juggler, that this puzzle achieved exactly the artistic vision you went for, and as an artist, you could ask for literally nothing more than that. Uh, so, like, definitely 100% is a artistic grade. Let's see. Okay, but let's try and do a coloring puzzle that isn't that. So we've got German Whispers by Adrian. I don't think I've done an Adrian puzzle before. Uh, the X was my favorite. The X of the two arrows was my favorite joke of the puzzle. Uh, uh, that was definitely my favorite piece. Okay, so we've got the ye old single inequality thing. Oops, I've accidentally pulled up the source code. That's not really what I meant. Okay, so there's definitely a 5 in one of these cells for what it's worth. You're going to have to ask Tristan for that. Tristan made me do that previous puzzle, so I'm not doing it for him now. Let's see. So I'm just highlighting things that can't be 4-6 in this column. And unfortunately, there are 4 spots left for 4, 5, and 6. So I know that one of these is a 4-6, but I don't know which one as of yet. I do know that these aren't the same color, which is how I'm going to start the puzzle. Because if these were the same color, one of them would be 4-6, and they can't be. So I'm going to make these yellow and these purple. Sorry, that was meant to be purple. And so then all of these are yellow. I guess it would have been even more obvious in this row that they weren't the same if I had went and looked at it in that row. But I didn't make it to that row before I decided they weren't the same. Okay, so if these are purple, then one of these two is 4-6, but I don't know yet. I do know that these 3 are different from these 2. And these 3 are different from these 2. So that's interesting. We do know that one of these is a 5, and we know that one of these is a 5, and I don't know how I didn't see that one before. So we know one of these is a 5. This is where I'm supposed to do it. Mekti points out, I was looking at 4, 5, 6 in this column, but I'm actually supposed to look at 4, 5, 6 in this row, because in fact, none of these can be 4, 5, 6. And so we have a 4, 5, 6 hidden triple in this row, which looks reasonable. And so, of course, the last cell here is purple, and it's the purple 4-6. Because none of these purple digits can be 4, 5, 6. So that is a good spot from Josh. And so this isn't the purple 4-6. And so when we now ask where 4, 5, and 6 go in this column, we now actually can add that to the list of cells. Oh, sorry, no, never mind. Sorry, it was that cell, so we don't learn anything, sorry, from that immediately. Yeah, we know I've got a yellow 4-6 over here somewhere. Let's see. If these are yellow, that doesn't feel like a huge problem. And if these are yellow, it doesn't feel like a huge problem. And if these are yellow, it doesn't feel... Oh, here's the point. The yellow 4-6 is definitely down in one of these. So, in fact, if you want, this is horrendous, I can corner mark 4-6 in these cells. So one of these is the yellow 4-6. So one of these is the purple 1-9. So this is definitely the purple 2-8 or 3-7. Because one of these is the purple 1-9. Oh, yeah, Laura is right. It looks like we're setting up for an X-Wing on 5s with column 7, but it's all but impossible to mark. I usually assume that if a setter wants me to do that, then they will just break the inequality early, and if they don't want me to do that, then they won't. So I generally go with the artistic intent. Okay, if these are both purple, then that would probably be good for the purples. I do know that one of... Oh, I guess that's not quite true. If this is yellow, then one of these two is the yellow 4-6. Oops. I don't know what I just did. I don't think that should be possible. I don't know if it showed up on your screen or not. Is that if this is purple 1-9, the world breaks? I don't think so. Yeah, I know one of these is 1-9. Yeah, I know these aren't 3-6. I feel like I want one of these to be the 5, but I'm not sure. Whether these are yellow or purple, one of them is 4-6. Is, I think, the point. Because if they're purple, then the purple 4-6 has to be over here. And if they're yellow, the yellow 4-6 has to be over here. So one of these is always 4-6. Which is annoying to pencil mark, to put it mildly, but what can you do? But one of these is 4-6, and ergo one of these is 1-9. So if this purple was 4-6, then it would be a yellow 4-6 here for whatever that's worth. I feel like that's the correct sentence to say, is that one of these is 4-6. I just don't know what to do with said sentence. So the 4-6 in this box go in one of these cells, but in particular, one of these is 4-6. So one of these is 1-9. We could perhaps use more colors and match them up later. That's not a horrible idea. I'm here for it. We can make these red, and make these blue. Maybe blue is a poor choice. We'll make them gray and make these red. And so that makes these red and these red and these gray. And I guess I could also come up with a color for these. We'll just switch to another palette and we'll go to brown. And so this will be not brown. So these will also be brown. And flesh colored. And everything looks better. I don't think that's true because the 4-6 could be over here. Oh, no, no, no. You're right. You're right. Right. One of these is 1-9. So this is definitely 2-3-7-8. I agree. Because it could never be gray 4-6 and the gray 1-9 we know is in one of those. I agree. Just trying to decide, is it really possible that red and brown are the same? But annoyingly, I think it is really possible that red and brown are the same. And if yellow and red are the same, that means gray and flesh are the same. I know the 5 in this row is in one of these two cells. I don't think I'd noticed that previously. I don't think it's useful immediately. Let's see. Ilm says if red and brown are the same in column 7, they have to be purple. I agree with that. And then says, and that breaks the box 6 purple count. It does because, yeah, then all of these are purple. Right. Right. I guess maybe here's a way to sort of compactify that. There's 2 yellows and 2 purples in this box. So these can't be the same because whether they were yellow or purple, it would give me 5 of something. So in fact, brown isn't red. So this is red. And this is gray. Okay. Hey, Isabella. Hey, Sean. Yeah, now column 3 now just says that yellow and red are different. Garion points out because there's 3 reds in it. So yeah, so reds now are just yellow. And grays now are just purple. And now we know that one of these is purple. Oh, I did it backwards. So red, sorry, I did do that because reds are purples. And grays are yellows. Okay, so this is not a 4-6 because we said one of these two is a 4-6. So, so we can mark that appropriately. That is all the purples for this row. So this digit is a 5. I don't know whoever would have guessed that 5 would be the first digit we would place in this puzzle, but let's do it. Ba-boop, ba-doop. Whoa! Ba-boop, ba-doop. Whoa! Ba-doop, ba-doop. Wee! Woohoo! Thank you, Zach. Thank you. So this is purple. It's the 4-6. Okay, so now, right, so one of these two is purple 4-6. That's fine. These are both yellow, which gives me all the yellow in the box. For whatever that is worth. One of these, though, is yellow 4-6, because we need a 4-6 in the row. So this is a purple 4-6 and a green. Otherwise, it doesn't work, because one of these is yellow 5-6, which means that this cell is just purple. It's not the 5, which means that this is the 5 over here. And this is yellow. I guess we also could have just asked, as Emma did, where yellow 4-6 went in this box, and we would have gotten to the same place in a different order. But same basic idea. So, yeah, there's no yellow 4-6 here, and therefore that cell's definitely not yellow or green, so it's purple. Because none of these can be yellow 4-6, and so therefore this cell sees all the yellows that exist in the entire universe. Let's see. And one of these is 1-9. Oh, let's see. I should probably mark that these are purple or green. Right. One of these purples is purple 4-6, and Isabella points out we know which one, because we've got all the purples in this column. So this is purple 4-6. This is yellow 1-9, therefore. So this is yellow 2-8 or 3-7. This is also yellow 2-8 or 3-7. So that is a sort of triple of all the things that aren't yellow 4-6 for the row. Oh, wow, yeah, and Isabella points out the same trick works over here. This is yellow 4-6, so that's purple 1-9. So there's a yellow 4-6 up in one of these two cells for whatever that's worth. And there's a purple 4-6 up in one of these cells, I suppose. Let's see. Carl says one of these is yellow 1-9, and I think Carl knows which one it is. Oh, it's not the one that can't be yellow. Right. Okay, so this column doesn't have any yellows left in it, just by counting. So yeah, so the yellow 1-9, because one of these is definitely yellow 1-9 because it's next to the yellow 4-6. The yellow 1-9 goes here. So there's a yellow 4-6 sort of floating down here. That's a very smart spot from 57 Thorns. These three purples are all not purple 4-6, and therefore we know which one of them is purple 1-9. Very nice. So this one is the one that's purple 1-9. So one of these two is purple 1-9, I suppose. Means one of these two is purple 1-9. Yeah, that was beautiful spot. I don't think I've ever quite seen that deduction quite like that before. Okay, yeah, this is purple green by the column. Points out Garion, and once I notice that, then I can ask where the yellow 4-6 goes, and it can't go in the row with the 4-6, and so it can only go there. And once we know that, then now we know where the yellow 4-6 goes in this column, which is there. And now... Oh, somehow I thought I knew there was a purple 4-6 there, but I don't think I actually know that. I think I misremembered, unless someone can jog my memory that I knew something before and then have forgotten it, which is very possible. This can only be a yellow... Oh, sorry, this is a yellow 2-8 or a yellow 1-9. Can't be a yellow 3-7. Because it would have to go next to a purple 3-7. In fact, these are just like those 2-3-7-8. These are the 2-3-7-8 over here of purple. Yeah, same thing over here. These are also the 2-3-7-8. So the only purple left in this column is the purple 1-9, funnily enough. That's not usually how these things work out. Yeah, we know the purple 1-9 is up here. So this is not the purple 1-9. It's the 2-3-7-8 is what Garion is pointing out. And so that gives me the 2-3-7-8 of purple pair, which places a 1-9 here. That's the other 2-3-7-8. So that places the yellow 4-6 now that we previously knew about. So this is a 2-3-7-8. Oops. And that also... Oh, no, sorry. Oh, yeah, we know where yellow is in the first row, points out ALFG, because we've got sort of 5 cells that are purple or 5, so all of the rest are yellow. Good counting. Okay, these are 5 and a yellow. None of these are yellow 4-6, so that one is. So these are the 2-3-7-8 again. One of these is yellow 1-9, so one of these is yellow 1-9. Yellow 4-6 has been sudoku'd into this cell, points out Mekdi, just by the yellow 4-6s looking over, not going there, and looking down here, which is pretty big because it now means that these are purple by the column. And so that's all the purples. So this is, and I guess I already knew this, this is a yellow 5 pair. So one of these is yellow 1-9. I guess I already knew that. That purple 1-9, though, we can place, points out Ilm, which makes that a purple 4-6. Although I love how, like, half of people see this as purple and half of people see it as pink. I happen to be in the see it as purple camp, but I am happy for people to call it pink. And definitely when people call it pink, I can definitely see why. It is the Schrodinger color. There's definitely a purple 2378 down here somewhere. To be named. Good to be agreeable, I suppose. Yeah, I'll just go with whatever people call it as my usual strategy as well. Do I know what color this is? Because it's definitely not green. So this is either the purple 4-6 or it's the last yellow digit in the world. I don't think I know, though, which one. I do know one of these two is the purple 4-6 for whatever that is worth. Yes, this cell, though, Garion points out, I definitely know that this cell is yellow because it's got all the purples in its row, and it sees a 5 in its column, so it's definitely yellow. So if this is purple, it's the purple 4-6, which would sort out this whole shebang. I know this is a purple-yellow pair, I guess, is the true vision of this. Let's see. One of these two is the yellow 1-9. How are we doing on yellow 4-6s? Very close. So this cell sees every yellow, so it is certainly purple or green, I can mark. Because it sees yellow 4-6 in the column and all the other yellows in the row. I know one of these two is the yellow 4-6. This is certainly purple or green, just for purposes of doing counting tricks. I know that this is a 2-3-7-8. I should probably mark off because it sees 4-6 and 1-9. So that's a 2-3-7-8 because it's that digit. Yes, column 1 has all the yellows. 57 Thorn points out. So that is purple or 5. One of these is yellow 1-9. I don't know if I want to start subcoloring. Because, like, I know these two are the same, but I don't know how useful that is to know. Might be something like at some point I'm like, oh, if it was 3-7, I couldn't place the other 3-7 in the box or something like that. We sort of have the, like, you can't put 2-3-7s next to each other, so we have some, like, some games of that. So, like, if this is 2-8, for example, then this is 2-8. because of some sort of bouncing around over there. This is certainly 2378, by the way, because it's not 19. This could be 19, I think. This is 2378, though, just by Sudoku on purple. In fact, it's that purple. So let's see. So maybe I will start ketchuping. That digit is that digit. And that digit is that digit. And they do show up next to each other. So one of these is a 2-8 because they do show up next to each other. Okay, so this is the other 2378. I can X that one. I know one of these is... I know one of these is X, so I know one of these is the X. The red X, if you will. I know these two are the same. Where's the ketchup X next to yellow circle? So the ketchup X is in one of these two cells, so it's not next to anything, right? Oh, it's right here in box 5, right? One of these is ketchup X. And so therefore yellow circle is not 3-7, right? Okay. Yes. So as noted, these can't be a 3-7 pair. Well, that X, 57 Thorns points out, goes in one of these. So therefore, this has to be the 2-8 or the world breaks. Okay, so that's the yellow 2-8, which is nice because it means that this is the yellow 1-9, and that's the yellow 3-7. So that's the yellow 2-8, and that's the yellow 1-9, and that's the yellow 3-7. So that's the yellow 2-8. So that's the yellow 3-7. I don't really need these anymore. 3-7 doesn't go next to 3-7. So this is the purple 2-8. So this is the purple 3-7. Let's see. These are a 3-7 and a 1-9 in some order. This is a 3-7 or a 1-9. It's maybe not incredibly maximally exciting. That 3-7 looks down, meaning that that's a 2-8. And that's a 3-7, which means that these are yellow 1-9 and yellow 2-8. So the only yellow left is a yellow 3-7 in the row. One of these two is a yellow 3-7, I suppose. Yeah, especially since this is not yellow 3-7 or yellow 4-6. So this is also yellow 1-2-8-9. That yellow 3-7 looks up, Todd points out. So that's a 2-8. That's a 3-7. That 3-7 looks down, which makes that a 2-8, which makes that a 1-9, which makes that a 2-8, which makes that a 1-9. That... Oh, no, sorry. That 2-8 does not quite look up immediately. Okay, this is certainly 19 or 28, and that's 19 or 28 because it's next to yellow 37, which means that digit is not 28 because we've got both of them up there, basically. So this is a 37. So X is 37, circle is 28. And we can get rid of those. These are 37 and 19, therefore. So this is 37 or 19, I guess. This is 19 or 37. I know there is a yellow 37 along here somewhere. And we've got the yellow 37 down here somewhere. We've got a yellow 37 over here. We know there's a yellow 4-6 in these spots. Yeah, we know one of these two is the purple 3-7. Pink 3-7 in box 7. Looks up. Thank you, Klappa. So that makes that a 2-8, which makes that a 1-9, which makes that a 2-8. So this is 3-7 or 4-6 for purple. Yeah, this can't be yellow 3-7, points out Screaming Ice Cube, because that would require that I have the purple 1-9 and purple 2-8, but the purple 1-9 is gone. So that's a 1-9 for yellow. So that's a 3-7, which means this isn't a 3-7, so it's a 1-9. So this isn't a 1-9, it's a 3-7. So this isn't a 3-7, it's a 1-9. So one of these two is purple 1-9, and it's probably that one. But I don't think I know for sure about that yet. Right. One of these was purple 4-6. It's definitely the one that's next to the purple 1-9 and not this one. So these are 2-8, 3-7. Oh, and also that yellow 3-7 made this a yellow 1-9. This can't be a 3-7 because it's next to a 3-7. So that's the 2-8. This is the 3-7. So this is the 2-8 because it's next to a 3-7. So this is a 3-7. Over here. This is 1-9 or 3-7, just for the record. Those aren't 3-7. That one's not 3-7 or 4-6, so this one's actually 1-2 or 8-9 for what it's worth. Oh, row 1 already has a purple 1-9. So the purple 1-9, Garion is pointing out, is just placed here. So that's a purple 1-9 by Sudoku. Because of this purple 1-9 looking up. This cell's not purple anymore, or green, so this is yellow. And in fact, this is the yellow 4-6 for the box. So we know this is purple or green for the row, which makes this the yellow 4-6. Yellow 3-7 is my only remaining yellow in this column. So if that's yellow, it's yellow 3-7. Yes, this can't be 3-7, Sean points out, because it's next to a 3-7. So that's a purple 2-8. So this is a purple 4-6 or a 5. Oh, yeah. No, not quite. So this is certainly from 4-5-6, just to mark it. These are from 3-7 or 5, I guess. Purple 2-8 in box 9 is in one of these two cells, MacD points out. Row 1, column 9 is 4-6. Yes, this sees every purple except purple 4-6. I agree. So that cell is naked yellow now, because it sees all the purples if you include the 4-8 there. So this is not. So this is now a naked 3-7. That's all the yellows for the row. So this isn't yellow. That just is the 5. So this isn't green. Yes, this isn't green. So it is the 3-7. So the yellow 3-7 now goes here by Sudoku. So that makes... oh, I guess that doesn't quite immediately clarify what's happening here. This isn't yellow 3-7 anymore, though, and this is green, actually. Just by the row, it has everything else. So this is not green. And that's not green. Okay, so none green, this is a 3-7, and this is green. So it's a 5, so this isn't green. So it's a 3-7. Let's see. Okay, so this is a purple 3-7. So we need a purple 4-6. Let's see. This is a known thing. This is a purple 2-8. I know I need one of these two to be a 5. Yeah, one of these two is purple 4-6 is what MacD is saying, and so therefore this is purple 4-6. I guess we could have also just used row 7 to do that if we wanted. So now this is a yellow 2-8. Oops. And so now... okay, so now we've got a purple 4-6 and a 5 left in this row. This cell. This cell is a 5 because it sees every... yeah, it could just place the purple 4-6 in this box, I guess is one way to do it. So this cell is green. And so this one is not green. So it's the purple 4-6. So this cell is the 5. So this isn't the 5. So this is the 5. This is a purple 4-6. That's a 5. This isn't the 5. So this is the 5. This is a 3-7. And I think that's the puzzle done, although experience suggests to me that people will want me to fill in the digits. So which way does the alligator work? I think this is a 3. And so we've got something, something, something. So like all the purple 3 7s. No, wait, it's the other way. The alligator's hungry, I guess, at this point of day. So so that's a 7, because the alligator hasn't had lunch yet. So we have these are 3s. Okay, so these are 4s. It's a 4. This is very nice, by the way. Very in the spirit of sort of classic 2 to 10th puzzles. That sadly we don't see very many 2 to 10th puzzles in the things these days. But let's see, that's probably an 8. But not on top of the 7. Chat will be very sad. Let's see, this is probably a 1. This is why professors should keep their alligator wall chart reference both at home and in the office. That does make sense. Yeah, you can afford 2 of them, I suppose. That's a 9, and that was a 1 that escaped. Very nice puzzle there. I think that was Adrian's debut on the channel, but hopefully there'll be more, because that was a lot of fun. All right, I am going to take a quick break, have a bit of cheese so the alligator will be less hungry, and I'll be back in just a moment. Hello, and welcome back, where we have a 99% sneaky potpourri puzzle that looks fun. Yeah, I've had fun with this sort of rule variation. So we've got a bunch of standard stuff with odd evens and Kropke, but we additionally have the rule that digits can't repeat on clue types. So, for example, these black dots, one of them must be 3, 6. One of them must be 1, 2, and one of them must be 4, 8, which is interesting. I don't know, do I want to color odds and evens? Maybe, possibly. So these are all odd. These are all even. So there's a total. Yeah, so my first thought was, where's the 3? The 3 is definitely in one of these 3 cells, so I could rule 3 out of any cell that sees all 3 of them, but I think that is exactly no cells. How many white dots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 white dots. So this can't be 4, 8, is what Isabella is pointing out, because in this column, we've got 2 evens already. If we had 2 evens here, we'd have no evens left. So in fact, everything else here is odd. And this one is not 4, 8. So it's 1, 2, or 3, 6, and the 3 is not there, so the 6 isn't there. Which seems helpful. Hey, Michael Sutter in the house. I'm looking forward to this adventure. Oh, the given 3s see every cell on the Dutch Whispers? That's impressive. So there's no 3 on any of the Dutch Whispers, is interesting. How dare someone use given digits as part of their setting? So one of these is 4, 8, and it's going to nuke the evens for the column or row. And one of them has just 1 even left. I also am very rapidly running out of odds for this row. So if this is the one that's 4, 8, that's the last odd for the row. That doesn't feel... yeah, each even and all but 1 odd shows up on the white dots because there's 4 of them, and every white dot needs a different even. This even, for example, doesn't show up on either of those white dots. Or that black dot, actually, because every even also has to show up on a black dot. So this even shows up either there or there, and either there or there. And the way the white and black dots play with each other is a little bit interesting, but I don't have a great way to articulate it. So there's no 3 on the Dutch Whispers. A lot of people are thinking about where the 5 goes. So the 5 has to go with a 1 or a 9. But if the 5 goes with a 1, I think that's going to be a disaster. Because if the 5 goes with a 1, then what digits do I have left? I've got 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that means I've got basically 3 low digits and 5 high digits. So that doesn't work. So the 5 has to go with a not with a 1, but with a 9. So one of these has to be 5, 9. And it's not one of the ones that's on a black dot, I suppose. Okay, that's very clever. So this is the one that's 5, 9. Okay. I really like that because I was like, okay, there's no point in me thinking about this now because I know I can do these sorts of things, but it can't possibly do anything. But it turns out it can indeed possibly do things. And so that's actually quite nice. So therefore, sorry, no, these are from 4, 6, 8. They're not 2. Very, very nice setting there. This is even or 1, funnily enough. I know this isn't 8 because one of these two is 8. So this is definitely 2, 4, or 6. Because the 9 has to go with an 8. Yeah, one of the black dots is 4, 8. Oh, you mean one of the Dutch whisper lines is 4, 8 is the claim. Because 4 has to go with something, and it can only go with 8 now that we've used 9. Okay, yeah. So one of these is 4, 8, and one of the black dots is also 4, 8. So we either have sort of a 4, 8, 4, or 8, 4, 8, or something like that, smattering across one of these. Now, we certainly can't do 8, 4, 8 over here because it would rule 8 out of all of the squares. So if we did want to do it over here, it would have to be... So I guess that means this one's not 8 either, because this definitely sees the 8 and the 4, actually, on the black dot, because we know one of these two is 4, 8. I could have done that a second ago. So this is either 2 or 4. Sorry, 2 or 6. Thank you. So yeah, so one of those two is 8. Which creates a sort of funny wing with these 8. Row 2 column 8 already can't be 8. Okay. So yeah, so right. So this has to be 4. Okay, yeah, that's very clever. So yeah. So this is what Isabella is saying. If this is the 4, 8 dot, then these two are a 4, 8 pair. And if this is the 4, 8 dot, then these two are a 4, 8 pair. And so whichever way it works, this is a 4 or an 8, but it can't be an 8 already, so it's a 4. And so we can bring out our world famous digit dancing penguin. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Yes, very, very nice. So No 4 goes there. These are each 2, 6, or 8, just for the record. It is true. This is only a 1 or a 7, Laura points out. Right. So now... Wait, maybe I'm confused by Carl's point. No. It's true. These cells, this cell can't be 4 or 8 because of the aforementioned wing. So we know one of these two is 8, and we know one of these two is 8. And this is a bent X-wing, or whatever on earth you want to call it. I guess bent X-wing is usually what people call Y-wings. This is a mutant X-wing or something. I need to put 2 8s in these cells, and these cells are entirely contained in row 2 and column 8. So therefore, I can't put any additional 8s in row 2 or column 8. And therefore, that's not a 4 or an 8. And therefore, this is not the 4-8 whisper, and so this is the 4-8 whisper. So we can fill in our sort of 4-8 over down here, which then tells me that that's not the 8. So that is, which makes that the 4, the 8, and the 4. So we can do that. I like that. I always enjoy that kind of classic Sudoku-y business. That is always quite nice. Okay, so this is 1, 2, or 3, 6, and this is 1, 2, or 3, 6. Okay. That's all the evens through here. That is true. Those are all odd. Okay, so we've got all the evens in this column as well, once you take into account that there's definitely an even on the thing. Oh, my mouse broke. One moment. My mouse is being very finicky lately. Okay, this is good evidence it's the mouse, at least, and not my laptop, because the mouse is plugged in a different place than it usually is when this happens. My mouse just keeps, like, popping up a message saying unrecognized USB object. So anyway, these are all odd now, so this is even. Okay. This is a 1 or a 9, but we already have a 9 on a German whisper, so it's not a 9, so it's a 1, which does indeed make this a 6, which makes that a 3 and a 2 and a 6, which makes this a 1, 2 over here. But this isn't a 1 because we already have one of those on whispers, so it's a 2. And now it has to go with a 7. Very nice. Okay, that is all the odds for row 5. So these are all even. Okay, this is only able to be a 4 because we already have a 6 on a white dot. So this can't be a 5 because we already have a 5 on a white dot, so it's a 3. So this white dot doesn't have a 4 or a 6 or an 8 on it, so it has a 2 on it. So this is a 1, 2 white dot. And basically then we hit mark and we're done, I guess. It seems like. Because there's already a 3 in the row. Oh, in row 1, because there's a 2 in the box, is the reason why. Okay, I guess I should probably fill in these odds, like if this is 5 or 7, for example. I know there's a 3 in one of these two cells. There's a 7 over here somewhere. Let's see, there's a 3 in one of these two cells. These are a 1-2 pair because I need to have 1 and 2 looking over, and then I have a 1-2 looking down, so these are a 1-2 pair. These are 5, 7, 9. That one's not a 7. Let's see. Ian says 8 in box 4. Yeah, 8 in box 4. Very good. Right. We've got the last even, points out AFK down there. So this is odd. Now 4 in box 4. Very good. So that's a 4, which makes that a 3. So this is a 2 or a 6 only, for what it's worth. Lord, 8 in column 5. That's a crazy snipe. So yeah, there's an 8 up here somewhere. Yeah, 9 in box 1 is up here, points out Garion, which when you look down here tells me that that's definitely a 9, which makes that a 5 and a 7. So these are from 159. That one's not a 9 at least. 4 in box 2, I agree. 4 in box 5 now goes here. Oops, we're suddenly doing pen tool stuff, I suppose. 4 is there. So 4 is there. So 4 is there, which dislodges this 3 corner mark. So the 3 is there. So these are 5, 7, 9. It's not a 9. This is a 5 or a 7, though. So now where's the 5 in this box? It's now here. Let's see. Yeah, we still know one of these two is an 8. This is certainly a 2 or an 8. For whatever that is worth. Okay, this digit's definitely odd because it sees every even digit. So it is 1 or 9 for sure. One of these two is a 6, but I don't think I know which one yet. I do need to remember the I can't repeat digits in the odd circles. It's from 1, 5, 7, 9. That one's not a 9. So I actually know one of these is a 9. Ron has placed 2 in column 1. Very good. 2 in column 1 is there. And a 1 here. So no 1 there. Makes those a 5, 7 pair. So the only odd digit left in this row is a 3, so that digit is even. So it is just a naked 8, which makes both of these orange. That's all the oranges in this column, so those are both even. These are a 2-6 pair in some order yet to be disclosed. This sees every even. Very good. So it's orange. Sees 2, 4, and 8 in the row and 6 in the column. Oh, 6 is actually placed in this box if I keep in mind that, well, actually, I guess I should just place 6 in this box first and then place 6 in this box. Which then gives me the 2 and the 6. Okay, so I've got 4, 6, looking up there, looking up there. That's all good. That's an 8 because this box still needs an 8. Which makes that the 8 for this row, this the 2 for the column, that a 6. All of this is orange. These are orange as well. Let's see. That is a 1 or a 7 only for the row. This is just a 3. Which means that one of these two is a 3, which is big. Oh, and it's not even that one. Oh, what stream number are we on? I don't actually know. Which places the 3 here, which makes that even. So it's a 2. 3, 6, 9. I see. Very nice. Okay, so that's orange and that's blue. Like that. So that's a naked 9. So that's a 9. So that is not. We do have to put a 9 in a circle, and it's only there now. Okay, this is not even, so it's the remaining odd. Those are both even. It just sees all the even digits. So these are 2 and 8 in that order. So that is a 1 or a 7 for the row, which is all the odds, which makes that even, that odd. This is the even digit 6. We have all the evens in this row, so those are orange. That's all the odds in this box, so that's blue. And all the odds in this box, so that's blue. I guess the no repeating digits doesn't do anything anymore, so now I think we can mark. So we can go 5, 1, 7, 5, 1, 9, 2, 6. 7, 9, 5. I was waiting to mark until I had resolved these are all different digits, because I'd thought we were done with all the clues, but we weren't because of that. But once we only had those clues in one digit, they couldn't repeat anymore anyway. And then we were there. Very lovely puzzle there from 99% Sneaky, as it almost always is. All right, let me take a quick stretch, and we'll be back with another puzzle. So see you all in just a moment. Hello, welcome back. We have next up an intriguing, to me looking, region sumlines puzzle by Matt Tressel. So we have region sumlines, which work like usual, but we also have these three quadruples, which I'm curious what role they will play. I guess I should probably color stuff like this. These are the same digit. These are the same digit, and it's a different digit. These are the same digit, and it's yet another different digit. These are the same digit, and it's another different digit. And I know these are 6, 7, 8, 9, although I don't know. Yeah, I know these are both 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, yeah, I do know these are 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, I do know these are 6, 7, 8, 9 by the old trick of writing in that these are 6, 7, 8, 9. And now noting that if I add this digit and this digit, their sum is the same as the sum of these 5 cells, which sum to at least 15. So therefore, and symmetrically over here, we get a 6, 7, 8, 9 over there. And so we get our actual quadruple. Okay, now this one, oh no, sorry, that one can be 6. Oh, row 3, column 1 is therefore one of the colors, and it's not orange, green, or purple, so it's yellow. Very nice. And this one, oh, I guess this one's not quite the same. This one could be green, or it could be yellow, right? Oh, this is yellow. So if I notice that, then this one is green. Yes, I just totally missed that. So yeah, so this one's green. Okay, I was expecting it to work symmetrically and then was confused when it didn't. So I guess green could end up there. Oh yeah, we can sort of corner mark 3 across this box, which then lets us sort of corner mark 3 across this box and corner mark 3 in these cells, for example. All right, green and box 6 can't go on the line. Somehow my brain spaced on that momentarily. There's nothing wrong with green going on this line arithmetically, unless you think of it holistically, which is that if green is on this line, then the other 4 digits have to sum to orange, and that doesn't work because 4 digits would sum to at least 10. So in fact, the green is placed exactly there within this box. And likewise, probably purple. Sorry, no, it's yellow, isn't it? Likewise, yellow in this box can't go in any of those cells, so it goes there. It is very neat. I like that trick. I say it like it's kind of rote because we've done it a bunch, but it's still very cool as a trick. Okay, so now purple is placed in box 4. Which is now going to let us do tricks. So now orange is now placed in this box. Okay, and so now when we ask about... Oh, no, it's not. I thought that was going to immediately help me with the 3 quads, but I don't think it is. I still know one of those is 3. Sadly. Do I know that there's a 3 in here? Not if it's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. No, I do know there's a 3 in here. because so I'm supposed to do arithmetic now. If there's no 3, the minimum sum is 18, and these can't possibly sum to 18 because these two are in the same column. So there is a 3 in here, and it's not there, or there. So the 3 is in one of these two, but it's not there either. So in fact, the 3 is placed right in this whole mess. So let's go ahead and place the 3 and bring out Zach with our 3 dance. Boop ba-doop. Whoa! Ba-doop ba-doop. Wah! Ba-doop ba-doop. Wee! Ba-doop boo-doop. Boo-doop boo-doop. Boo-doop boop. Boo-doop boop. Wah! Thank you, Zach. The reason, by the way, why this, for example, couldn't be 3 is that these two quadruples account for the 3s that exist in column 6 and 7. So I can't place any 3s in any of these cells, and actually in any of these cells because of this row, and likewise this row, and likewise up here and down here as well. So like 3 is sort of automatically ruled out of these places. Okay. We can almost assuredly repeat the argument over here so that that digit is a 3 for the same reason. So we know that there's a 3, and in fact, the 3 now in this box can't go there or there, so it's there. Okay, so we've got that. And now, yeah, where's the 3 on this quad? Now it's only there. Where's the 3 on this quad? Now it's only there. Okay. 3's in the corner are 45% more likely in this puzzle. That is a great advertisement for the puzzle. Yeah, a good spot from Garion is that if you look at these two boxes holistically, then I know that this sum is a minimum of 15 and this sum is a minimum of 15. So together their minimum is 30, but in fact, their sum is literally 30 because it's the sum of a quadruple of 6, 7, 8, 9. So in fact, both of these sum to exactly 15. So these are 1, 2, 4, 5 even, which would have made the finding the 3. I'm actually a little bit sad that made the finding the 3 step that I thought was cool in the way the math worked out a little bit less cool, because actually we could have just said that it's 15 and then known where the 3 was. Anyway, I did it the cool way, so just be happy that you got to see someone do it the cool way. Yeah. You can't put a 7 in either of these. I agree, because the sum would be 1, 2, 4 in that instance. Okay, so those aren't 7, so these aren't 7. So one of these two is 7 for what it's worth. Let's see. Oh, people have been talking about some coloring, by the way. That's yellow. Let me do the coloring that I keep being like, I'll do that next, and then I keep forgetting. Let's see. One of those is green. That's orange, therefore. Oops. So that's green. So that's yellow. That's purple. Let's see. So that's all of them over here. Hey, Ambrose. Let's see. So I do know that these are 1, 2, 4, 5 for whatever that is worth. Yeah, I know one of these two is green. I don't think I know which one yet. Okay, I know there's a 1. Oh, no, sorry, I don't know that, because these could still be 2, 3, 4. Never mind. So I need a 3 ruled off of it to know there was a 1 on it. Okay. Oh, no, 1, 2, and 4, 5 works fine. Ah, yeah, that's very smart. Garion says, for example, this cell definitely can't be 1 because either yellow or green isn't 9, and whichever of them is 9, it sees this cell. Or, sorry, whichever of them is not 9 has a 1 on the arrow, so that's not a 1, and this isn't a 1 either for the same reason, because we see it the other way around. And we can do the same trick this way with this cell, with that arrow, and this arrow. So that one's not 1 either. And with... No, I don't think we get the other one. I do know that these are only up to 5. So that's actually a 1, 2, 4, 5 quadruple, because I can't put a 6 with a 3. So actually in this column, I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are, I know, yellow, orange in some order. I don't know what order, but some order. Hey, Doomdiat, how are you doing? I hope the answer is well. Is this 1 notch too high? Quite well. I think my armrest was 1 notch too high. Not that that has greatly impacted my overall well-being, but I was trying to figure out why things felt slightly off. Not that many notches down. Okay. What else can we do with this? Orange definitely has 2 places in box 9. If that's orange, it would be very big. Uh, 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 Are you claiming that I know that these aren't the same 3-digit sum? I'm not sure that I know that. Yeah, 7 definitely goes with 8. That's true. Because we know the sum is we know the sum of the opposites is 15. So because one of these two is 7, neither of these is 8. what is being claimed, and therefore one of these two is 8. Yes, that's true. Yes, so if orange is on the line, then that makes this sum 9. However, the problem is, which I did not see, which Mekdi points out, is that that makes yellow 9, but it also makes green 9 because of the sum to 15, and then we have two different colors that are 9, which we cannot do. So in fact, the orange goes here. It goes in one of those two cells here, I suppose. Yeah, that is a very nice little trick there. Yeah, so now row 7 now has all its colors. So these are 1, 2, 4, 5. Almost, except that purple still has two options, I think, at that point over here because of the slightly different geometry. Oh yeah, if purple went here or here in this box, that would again make both. No, yellow. The problem there is that yellow and purple would be 6 and 9, but that actually works. I agree this sees all the colors, so it's from 1, 2, 4, 5. See, Garion is focused on row 4, column 6. So on a yellow line in column 4, but not on the yellow line in box 4. So yellow can be made in two different ways that both have 3 on them. Okay. Yes, I agree with this. So it's a little convoluted, but it works. This digit is in this sum, but it's not in this sum. So there's two different ways to make this sum, which immediately says it's not 6. But it actually isn't 8 either, because if it was 8, then these would both need to be 1, 3, 4 because they have 3s on them, so that doesn't actually work. Wait, is that even true? Sorry, I don't know if that's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, sorry. These are demonstrably different. Yes. So in fact, yellow is 9, purple is 6, and so green is 8 and orange is 7 by our previous bit. Okay, green is 8, yellow is 9. Okay. 100% sneaky? I think that's copyrighted. I think you can't say that. 99996688977. I feel like I'm doing a Friends bit. 8. I guess I could fill in the 1, 2, 4, 5 here. Let's see. Did I fill in? Okay, so these are 1, 4. So these aren't. These are 2, 5. This isn't a 4. So this is not a 2 or a 5. It's a 1 or a 4. Oh, column 1 is missing its 3. Thank you. Good point. Column 1 would definitely prefer a world where it doesn't have no 3s. AFK might be as old as I am. Let's see. Let's see. We've got a 6 up here somewhere, and it definitely doesn't go on the line. Uh, I'm being told column 4 could be better. This is 1, 5 or 2, 4. Do I know which one it is? Yeah, these are an 8, 9 pair because this column needs an 8 and a 9. And it doesn't go in the row with the 8 and the 9. I agree with that. Yes, this is 1, 4. That I agree with. Which I guess makes these 2, 5, 6. There's a 1, 4 in this row, so that's not a 4. Yeah, there's a 2 or a 5 in here, with which together sort of pairs up with that 2 or a 5 to mean that this isn't 2 5s. That actually gives me a 1, 4 pair, chat points out. So this is a 2, 5, which means this isn't. This is a 1, 4. These two definitely sum to 6, and these two sum to 6. I don't think that gives me any reductions, does it? FK claims this isn't 2, 3, 4 for some reason. Oh, it's not 2, 3, 4 because it sums to 8. I agree with AFK. Having now confirmed the sum is 8 and not 9. So that makes that a 2, 4, or 5. It means the 1 in this row is actually over here because that's the only spot sort of left for 1. Yeah, the 7, 8 in this box go here and here by sudoku, David points out. So in particular, this cell isn't 6, so this cell is. Which makes that not 6. So this is a 2 or a 5, one of our recurring friends. Sudoku and the line. Yeah, that's true. Something man can't survive on Sudoku alone. One of these two is a 6 for the column. I don't know which one yet. If that were a 6, that would be a 1, 2. I don't think I know anything about that yet. Yeah, we could certainly start doing 2-5 ketchuping and 1-4 ketchuping. I don't know if that's the 1-4 I want to ketchup, though. Maybe I want to ketchup that 1-4. Let's see. Okay, so... Right, this 2-5, sorry, this 2-5 is the circly one, so this is the xy 2-5. So there's definitely an xy 2-5 in here. The lack of anti-chess. Row 2, column 3. This does see both 1-4s, right? So this is now only 2, 3. Oh, it's not 3 either. So this is not 1, 4, could be 5, and it can't be 6. So this is only 2, 5, actually. So there's not 2 5s on this, or there's not two 5s on this line. So this is never a 2 or a 5. This is a 1, 3, or a 4. This is a 7, 8 for the column. I agree with that. It's still not 9. Good Lord. Sorry. I'm convinced that this arrow sums to 9 for this entire puzzle for some reason. So yes, this is an 8 arrow, so it now has to be 1, 2, 5 is the point. Because it's got a 2, 5 on it, so it's now 1, 2, 5. Because it can't be 1, 3, 4. If you remember that the arrow sums to 8 and not other things. And so, therefore, this digit is a 4. And therefore, that's a 1 and a 4, and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. So that's a 1. There's no 1 here, so this is 2, 4. So that's a 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. We can get rid of our condiments. Now that we have digits in place of them, this seems to be a 2 and a 5 and a 4 and a 2 and a 3 and a 6 and a 2 and a 5. And now we can just mark and go 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5. We can mark again. That is a 3, so this isn't a 6. It's a 4 and a 2. 1, 6, 8, 2, 7, 6, 5, 1, 7, 3, 8, 5, 4. Oh, 7, 8. 9, 8. 7. 7. Very good. A very nice puzzle overall. The 3s did a lot of work there to make everything work out pretty well. Yeah, neat puzzle there. All right. Oh, Ron, if I've learned anything, it's that you can never have too many 7s. But I'll be back in just a moment with more puzzles. So see you all in just a moment. All right, just in case anyone was worried, I put in the digit. Don't worry, you can't see it, but I swear that I didn't make this pop up without uh, thingy. So fear not. Uh, you'll just have to trust the 9 went in. All right, so let us do Too Many Arrows by MD88 Keys, which feels like an appropriate name for this puzzle, if I am honest, because it does feel like a lot of arrows, but it's just regular arrow rules. I looked at this grid and I assumed it couldn't be regular arrow rules because this was too many arrows to be regular arrow rules, but turns out you can do this. So I at least see that we can do our 6, 7, 8, 9 trick down here because we've got 5 total digits as this sum. Okay, what about these ones where there's 3 double arrow things like this? So these would sum to a minimum of 21, which means this has to be at least 7, because 3 times this digit is a minimum of 21. So that's a 7, 8, 9, and it goes there. And that same thing shows up over here with the business of that. Although, heaven forbid, we might actually be able to... Oh, AFK says I've already screwed something up? What did I screw up? Row 3, column 4 is the sum of these 3 arrows. I'm not using this arrow at all. I'm ignoring it. It's just these 3. Yeah, but 6 cells still sums to a minimum of 21. And 21 divided by 3 is still 7. I think in this case, this rare case, I think I'm actually correct. Now, it has been called out that there are a lot of arrow cells in this column, and that, in fact, none of them are stubby arrows, and so the 9 in this column is actually placed per MECD. So that is a 9, and we can bring out Zach for the 9 dance. Ba-boop-ba-doop! Woo! Ba-boop-ba-doop! Wah! Ba-doop-ba-doop! Wee! Thank you, Zach. Thank you. So this is not a 9. Oh, this box, I guess, also has only a handful of cells that could be 9 in it, if you want to be into that kind of thing. So this arrow has a 1 on it, for whatever that is worth. Because it's not summing to 9. There is some chance that we could repeat that trick if we just like mark over every cell that can't be 9 because of arrow shenaniganery, or otherwise. Let's see, these can't be 9. This one is famously 9, so none of these are 9. These aren't 9. These aren't 9. Let's see. These aren't 9. That's not 9. These aren't 9. These aren't 9. These aren't 9. That's not 9. Yeah, so the 9 in row 2 is definitely in one of these 2 cells, so therefore that's not 9. Sorry, that was the wrong color. Yeah, I guess these digits sum to a minimum of 21, but that's maybe not exciting. Oh, there's one more, or sorry, there's actually many more blue cells down here. I don't know why I just ignored box 7 entirely. Yeah, so one of these two is 9, which actually tells me that one of these two is 9, which actually rules 9 out of the rest of the row. That's cute. Oh, and I missed that one, but actually it got caught later anyway. Rules 9 out of there. So that's pretty nice. So one of these two is 9. Yeah, that does give me an X-wing on 9s, right. These one of these two is 9 for the row, and one of these two is 9 for the row. So we can't have any more 9s in the comp. So this is a 9. I guess Garion's X-wing is also just covered directly from the clone arrow, but the X-wing feels fancier, more sophisticat, if you will. But yes, you could have just cloned the non-9ness of this cell to that cell. My brain, I admit, recoils somewhat at short, stubby arrows, although I was setting a 4x4 arrow puzzle the other day, and there was a short arrow puzzle, and it was lovely, or a short arrow in it, and it made it lovely. Okay, now row 3, actually, has a 9, and it goes there. And so now this box has a 9, and it goes there, which clones across the arrow. So that's not 9, and that's not 9. So those aren't 9 because there's a 9 in the box. That's now the 9 for the row, so those aren't 9. Now that's not 9 either, for what it is worth. And then we've got a little Zackwing of 9s hanging out over here and over here. By the way, I know that I guess I should fill in the 9s rather than just yellowing them. But I can also fill in that I know that these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. No 9. And funnily enough, this means that these two also sum to 9. And these two also sum to 9. Very interesting. So that's the big one. That's the little one. Mm-hmm. Oops. We can, if you like, sort of mark the parity of this, because we know every arrow has an even sum and these two have an odd sum, so this digit is odd. Is what people are saying. I don't know if it's useful. Okay, I can tell you it's not a 1, and I can also tell you it's not a 3, because these sum to a maximum of 17, and you can't do a maximum of 17 without a 1, 2, and 3, because we learned last time that 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 is too big. Oh, you mean you want me to mark that this is at most 3? Not sure that that is immediately gripping. Oh, right, because these two sum to 9. So can these be 6, 3? No. So they're, because 6, 3 would have required a 3 here, which has various problems. It's either 5, 2 or 7, 1. Okay, if I just do the math in this box, these sum to at least 21. So those sum to at least 21 minus 9, which is 12. So I need these two to sum to a minimum of 12, which means they have to be at least 4. I guess that's not super exciting. Yeah, I was also trying to use the one of these as a 7 thing to feed. And I was like, so neither of these are a 7. That's very exciting. Uh, let's see. I suppose I could try and do a similar math thing here, where these all sum to a minimum of, I suppose, 22. Which then if I take out the 9, I guess I get 12. Or sorry, I guess I now get 13. So these sum to a minimum of 13. One of them is a 9, so the other is a minimum of 4. Maybe I should maximize instead. If these were 15, then this would sum to 15 plus 18 is what? Is 33, which would mean that these would still need to sum to a minimum of 12. So these also sum to a minimum of 12. So they're also at least 4. I guess it kind of works the same for obvious reasons if you think about it. And I guess we know that these total cells sum to 27, and therefore these sum to whatever that leaves, 18. I can prove that this digit is at most 7, which doesn't feel incredibly useful. Can I prove that this digit isn't 9 using some sort of chicanery with this box and how it's related to all of these 9 sums? Uh, it feels like maybe maybe there'd be a problem if I started like coloring 9 sums or something, because like we've got sort of all these dominoes. Uh, uh, and I'm also looking at how this 9 arrow lines up with like these, because this is 3 different sums to 9. Uh, if this is a 9, I guess there's a real question of is this the same as one of these? If I just like give these each a color, do I know that answer? Do I know, is there a problem if I have to put 2 oranges up here or something like that? It's a good spot from Garion, which is that this digit in box 8 can't go in there. Do we know it can't go in either of these, though? Oh, box 8. Sorry, box 8. Right. These two digits sum to 9, so we cannot place either of them on this line. And it's not 9, and it's too big to go on an arrow that sums to something. So therefore, yeah, I agree that it goes here. That's very cool. Okay, so that's a 7, 8. And now where does it go in this box? Oh, sorry, no, not quite. It goes in one of these cells in this box. I was thinking these were 2-cell sums to 9, and I was excited, but they're not 2-cell sums to 9. So this has to go on an arrow that sums to 9, right? Well, I guess it could go on an arrow that sums to 8. Okay, so circle in column 3 definitely doesn't go in any of these cells or that cell. Yeah, it's too big to go there or there. Right. Okay, so yeah, so circle in column 3 goes exactly here. The reason why this is too big is that these two actually have to sum to at least 3, and likewise those have to sum to at least 3. And therefore, we run into a problem here if we try and make these two 7 or 8. And so, yeah, so the 7, 8 in this column actually does get pushed. This one's not 7, 8 because it's a stubby arrow. It's pushed exactly there. Okay, and so now the 7, 8 over here is either there or on this arrow. On this arrow would be weird. Yeah, it's the same 1, 2, right? Yeah, I guess the question is this the 7, 8 and the 1, 2? In which case, then that would be a 9. Or is this the 7, 8? Right. That's a 1, 2 looking at this arrow. So this is certainly not a 6 or 7 anymore. It's an 8 or a 9. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a 1, 2 living along this. I agree with that. And now the only world in which this doesn't have a 1 on it, which would, by the way, make x2, is where this is 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we know these aren't 1, 2. Yeah, it's just a question. We know the X is in one of these two cells. It's just a question of is the circle in one of these two cells, in which case that's a 9 and this is an 8, which would make these sum to 17. Is there some restriction by this being a 5 or a 7? like, what's the minimum this digit can be? If these sum to 17, plus, that would make this 34 plus 7. 34 plus 7 is 41. It's just saying this digit's at least 4. That's not exciting. That's a good spot. If this is a 7, then we know that this is a 5 and a 2 making circle 7, but 7 looks at it. So this is never a 7. Uh, uh, we do know this digit's even, MacD points out, which is true because we know these have an even sum plus an odd. So that has an odd sum, but so does the box. So this is only 4, 6, or 8. Do we know for sure 7 isn't down here? If this is a 7, then these are 6, 9. If this is a 5, then these are 8, 9. Ketchup going here is difficult. If ketchup goes here, then this needs to be a 1. And then this is ketchup. That is true, because we know we need 2, 1, 2, 3s in here. We do know there's a 3 on this arrow for sure, Todd points out. There's no 3 down here. That 1, 2 is down there, I guess is what we know. So there's no 6. So the 6 in this row doesn't go in one of these two. The 6 either goes in one of these two, or the 6 goes exactly there. If this is a 6, then that's a 9, that's a 7, and that's an 8. Sounds okay to me, as best I can imagine it. Now, if this is orange, purple, or green, then we know that 2 of these cells sum to 9, which I'm getting close to knowing isn't true, but I'm not anywhere near quite knowing isn't true. I guess the second this is a 7, then we learn that these are an 8, 9 pair. And in fact, that's the 9, right? Yeah, as soon as this is a 7, then these two are forced to go over here. Which makes that a 9 and makes this an 8. Oh, so this is always an... Wait. No, sorry. In one instance, this one's the 9, and the other instance, this one's the 9. If this is a 6, then this is the other 7, 8. For the box. Let's see. Michael says if this is a 4, other circles looking into box 9. Not quite sure I follow. I do see that if this is a 4, then these are a 1, 3, which makes these a minimum of 1, 2, a 1, 2, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 4, 5 is fine. Sorry. In my head, when I did the math, this needed to be an 8, but sadly, I don't think that needs to be an 8. Oh, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I did it right the first time. Sorry. Yes, if these are 1, 3, then these are minimum 2, 4, 5, 6, which would make that an 8. Which would have to be 2, 6, and 4, 5. I don't think there's another way to do it. But I don't think there's a problem with that world. Oh, I see. I see. That doesn't work. Yeah, the stubbies. It breaks through the stubbies, right? Because right. The point is, we know that red circle is on these arrows. So these arrows, in fact, don't have a minimum sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have a minimum sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, which is 15 plus is 22. Take away 9 is 13. That means these two cells need to sum to at least 13, which means this can't be a 4. There's a way to do it that I am at least happy with. I agree it is sort of tantamount to what everyone else is saying, but that way is forward logic rather than backward logic, which is how I usually try to sneak things in to become. And then it feels less about like the stubby arrows in column 3 or whatever. Okay, Garion would like me to change where I have subcolored. I think that is fair enough. So these can be orange. This can be purple. This can be green. And this can be red. Uh, yeah, I guess I could also say what this can be from the same logic. Because we said these are at least 22, so these are at least 13. This is maximum 8, so this is minimum 5. Uh, shouldn't I be getting a maximum on these rather than a minimum on them? Uh, yeah, okay. So the question now is where is the or what color is this? And so it's not green or orange. So it is red or purple. But if this is red, then I end up with these two being red. And so now that makes the sum of these cells uh, problematically small. Because the maximum of these is, let's do it, 15, 24, 33. So the maximum of these is 33. So these need to sum to a minimum of 12. So they're from just to do that, they're from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, they can't sum to 12 because of the red issues. Oh yeah. Also, the much nicer way to do it is the way that Garion and Ambrose point out, which is that these cells just aren't red, because they in this hypothesis that this is red, they both see red through the stubby arrow business. So this isn't red; it's purple. Okay, and this isn't purple or green, for what it's worth. It can only be orange in a very specific orientation. Uh, this isn't purple either. Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess I might as well color that these things. I guess not this one, but this one I know is certainly whatever this digit is, it's green, right? Yeah, this digit just is green. I think that's probably worth coloring. In whatever way we would like. Uh, so yeah, one of these two is green. Yeah, purple in box 5 has to be crisscrossed on these arrows. Uh, so purple definitely isn't 1/8 because of that, right? And I guess purple's also not 1/8 because there's a 1 in this box. So purple is only from 2 through 7. It's quite restricted. Can purple really be 2/7? Maybe. If this is a 9, it has to be purple. Uh, see, Garion says these can't. Oh, sorry. These can't sum to 9. Uh, they have to be a green and a red. Are we sure this digit can't be green? Remember, these are the same green digit. This could be the other green digit, can't it? Uh, Math in box 5 says so. Oh, right. These sum to a minimum of 12. Right. Some might say too many arrows, tall cat. Okay. If someone wants to give me an argument for why I should care that these are a red and a green, I agree, but it is a horrible case checking argument that I would prefer to avoid. Uh, so I don't see a great reason for looking at it. Uh, okay, so these digits, they aren't green, we said. They're not orange. They're not purple. They're not 9. So these are just red. I agree. That is a good way to say it, is that these sort of see all the oranges, all the purples, and they can't be green because of the way the math works out. So they're red. Very good. Okay, so these are red. So now this is only green or orange, which is interesting. Uh, right. So now this is orange. Right. Because it's not green or red and it's not purple. So this is orange. Uh, which is nice. Not purple because there's a 2-cell purple arrow looking at one of the cells of it. Uh, okay, so now the circle 7, 8 goes here. So this is the circle 7, 8. This is the XE1, 2. So now these sum to a minimum of 1, 3, 4, 5, right? Because there's a 1, 2 not on them. And 1, 3, 4, 5 is 13. I guess 13 is what our previous minimum was, so maybe that's not exciting. X in box 8 is just placed here. I agree with that. So this cell is orange. This cell's also orange, just for the record. So this is known, right? This is now green, right? Because it's not orange, red, or purple. So the only way that this can be a 9 is if it's orange. So if this is a 9, if this is a sum to 9, the color of it is restricted because it can't be green or purple or red, so it would have to be orange. Admittedly, people in chat kept saying if this is a 9, the 9 is a color, and then I kept being confused by what it meant, and then suddenly I got over it, and then I started saying the thing that confused me is the issue. But basically, we know that these are an orange and the other red. Hmm. Feels both like we've learned a lot and like I don't know anything yet. Uh, Purple is 2-7, orange is 1-8. Uh, I don't think that quite does anything amazing. And I don't think I know anything about these. I do know the orange 7-8 in this box is actually a little bit restricted just by Sudoku. The orange 7-8's either going in one of these or it's going on an arrow. Ah, yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, if purple is 2-7, we run into the problem that this is an 8, except now I'm making an arrow that sums to 6 that doesn't use a 2. So this purple actually can't be 2-7. I was trying to break that before, and I did not fight hard enough to try to break it. But you're correct. That does break. So this is now 3-6 or 4-5. Uh, uh, Trying to see if there's any clever ways to further get around that, but I don't think so. Uh, yeah, okay, yeah, I agree with that. This arrow has a 2 on it, because if it doesn't have a 2 on it, then it needs either a 3 and a 4 or a 3 and a 5, and both of those would break purple. So there is a 2 here, because we basically can't put 3-4 or 3-5 on this arrow. We certainly can't put 3-6 on this arrow. So yeah, so there is a 1 and a 2. And then those go with a 3, a 4, or a 5. That's true. That's true. We could, if we sort of elaborated a little bit, you could just ask, where does the other 1, 2 go in this column? Very true. Uh, Given that it does not go in here. If this is a 6, it makes this a 4, 5, but I don't think I see a problem with that right away. Uh, yeah, these two now are a 4-cell sum that doesn't involve a 1, 2. Or sorry, it doesn't involve one of 1, 2, so it's minimum 1, 3, 4, 5. So it's minimum 16. Sorry, minimum 13. So that means this is certainly at least 5. For whatever that is worth. Because what I see is if this is an 8, then this is a 1, 7. Because if this is an 8, it can't be 2, 6. And it can't be 3, 5. So it'd be 8, 1, 7. And then this would be 7. Oh, but this would be a 2 in that universe. Okay, yeah. So this requires a little bit of careful attention to what's happening. But if this is an 8, then this definitely becomes 1, 7. It's the only possibility. However, that means this digit's a 1 because this digit's on this arrow. However, this being a 1 no longer works because that's supposed to be a 7, which would make this a 6. So I agree this is never an 8. It is a 6 or a 9. Can't be 5. The arrow cell plus the X in row 5 would have to be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't that only 4 digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That seems like an acceptable number of digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you're saying if this is a 5 and an 8, then you're saying these sum to 13. And now if you add in this digit, they now sum to a maximum of 15. So this would be 1 through 5, which would then make this not work. Yeah, yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, so this is this actually isn't 5. Does this being 5 work the same way? If this is a 5, then that's a 2, and this ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, except that's not a problem because this isn't 5 anymore. That's probably okay. What I know about these two is that they sum to a minimum of 12, I think is what we have previously said. Now, it is of note that if in this column 3 is either purple or 3 is on this arrow, making this arrow sum to 6. So actually the 6 in this box is in one of these cells, which is a horrendous statement, but it's true, just because of where the 3 goes in column 4. I'm trying to make that say something interesting. Oh, actually, no. No, that's fine. Sorry, I was thinking if this is a 6, it was going to break purple, but it's not going to break purple. It'll be fine. If this is a 6, then purple will be 4, 5, and these will be from 6, 7, 8. And we'll end up with a 6, 7, 8 quad. Let's see. FK says weirdly, if row 8 and 9 of column 7 are red, then red must be 3 plus 6 because of what happens in box 3. Let's see. This is a 9 and a 6. This is a 7. That's an 8. If this is a 9 arrow, then I know that this is either... Oh, no. If this is a 9 arrow, it just is orange. There's no question. If this is a 9 arrow, it's definitely orange. Yeah. And then the 6 would presumably be purple in that universe. If either of these is 6, it does have the other 1, 2 on it, for what it's worth. Yeah, we've got green digits in here, red digits in here. And I guess I know this is a green and a red, and this is a green and a red. Just by the fact that I definitely can't make these sum to 9. Can I do any math on this cell to say something about what it can be? Like, can this cell possibly be a 3? I guess so. Uh, uh, I guess if this is a 6, then there has to be a repeated digit in these cells, which is kind of interesting. And that repeated digit would have to be green. Oh, this can't be 3. Yeah. Because if this was 3, it would rule 6 out of both of those. So, yeah. So, similarly to how I have the 6 corner marked, I could also corner mark 3 in these cells. Uh, I do know these aren't a 7-8 pair. One of them is smaller. Okay. So, yeah. So, Garion is looking at digits that are 5 or higher, one of which is 9. And then here's 3 of them. So I guess that's 4 of them. And then the 5th is on the arrow. So the remaining of these digits can only be from 1, 2, 3, 4. I agree with that. Uh, I can't possibly break this being a 9 sum, can I? Uh, like I've kept trying to say, oh, maybe we can prove there's no color that works for this arrow. I feel like this could be a whole bunch of colors, right? And it couldn't be green if this were a 9 arrow. But it seems to me like the rest probably work out. It couldn't be orange. I'm not sure I see that. Hmm. Very mysterious. Uh, let's see. Can I do any arrow math on these 2 arrows? And say these sum to a maximum of 17. These sum to at least 10. So these sum to a maximum of 6. So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't feel that exciting as deductions that we have made. And I guess I now know that these 2 can't sum to 3, so they sum to a minimum of 4. So these 2 have to sum to at least 14. So I guess that means they're certainly from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Owing to that one, too. That doesn't feel that exciting either. Uh, I guess I should say, where does this orange 1, 2 go in this box? It definitely goes on an arrow. So either this arrow is orange or this arrow is orange. Those are the only options. Uh, this arrow being orange instantly forces that this is orange. Uh, this arrow being orange is maybe finickier. This arrow being orange definitely forces that one of these two is the orange digit. Uh, uh, Yeah, that seems very specific. I hadn't thought about this digit forcing one of these to be orange. So these cells definitely aren't orange or green, for what it's worth. These cells are purple or red, is what I am saying. Uh, yes, I know that two of these are orange. However, if this arrow is orange, it tells me exactly these two are orange, which tells me this arrow sum is 9. Which is why I am intrigued by that possibility, because it would sort out exactly what happens here. Do I know, for example, that one of these two has to be 8? I don't think so, because I think my math kept telling me that these sum to a minimum of 13. Oh, Josh has a quad. Saying that if this arrow contains a 5, it makes red X 1. No, if this arrow contains a 5, it makes red X 2, right? Because if this arrow has a 5, then we have 3, 5, 1 looking at this. Oh, but right. If there is a 5 1 here, that becomes a 7 and a 1. Right. Okay, yeah. So it does break. Yeah, it's slightly more complicated, perhaps. Yeah, so two different things happen to red X if I put a 5 on this line. The first is that red X becomes 2 because it's looked at by a 1. The second is that it makes this digit a 7, which makes that a 1. And so red X becomes simultaneously 1 and 2, which does not work. And you certainly can't put a 6 on this arrow. So in fact, this arrow is only from 1, 2, 3, 4, which does mean it definitely has a 4 on it. And it's just a question of whether it's a 1, a 3, and a 4, or a 2, a 3, and a 4. So it's got the other of those, but that does give us a quad. So this is not 3, 4. This is not 5, 6. These digits now are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one's not 9 for sure. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 itself to go with the green 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so if this is a 6, then this is a 1, 5. And if this is a 9, then this is... Oh, there's always... Wait. This is a 9. Then what is this? Then it's always a 2, 7. Because if this is a 9, then that was an 8. So it had the 1, and so this is 2, 7. Yeah, so if it's 1, 5 or 2, 7 are the two universes. Yeah, it just uses the other 5, 7 and the other 1, 2. Yeah, I guess is the way to think about it. Uh, uh, there are too many colors that this cell can be, I feel like. Uh, an annoyingly large number of colors, if you will. Uh, if I could just get 4 out of these, I would at least know these were the high digit of their color. But that is perhaps too much to hope for. Uh, let's see. João says if this is a 7, then this is a 6. Due to the way that box 3 works, that's true. So I guess what you're saying is one of these is always a 6. So yeah, if this is a 7, it makes that a 5, which then makes this a 2, 7, making that a 9 and an 8 and a 6. I think it's exactly the minimum that we have is 13 for these. But it's possible we could somehow improve the minimum if we knew or if we thought about it hard enough. But it does mean one of these is 6, which does mean that this is either 1, 8, 2, 7, or 4, 5. One of these two is 3, 6. Sorry, one of these 3 is 3, 6. So yeah, let's see. We can again do the math. These sum to 18, so the rest of the cells in the box need to sum to 27. And so if these sum to 13, I would need these to sum to 14. It's interesting that there's always a 6 in these two cells. That's sort of surprising. I tried previously to prove there was always an 8. We do know there's a single purple digit on here. And a single purple digit on here. I guess it's a purple digit with a 1, 2, right? Oh, no, not necessarily. We could do like a 3, 4 pair here. The 6 arrow takes the other 1, 2. And so Garian's point is, since the 6 arrow takes the other 1, 2, that means I can't actually put a 6 on one of these arrows, because if I did, it would need a 1, 2. And therefore, the 6 actually goes in one of these, which actually tells me that purple is 5, 4, because it's now looked at. There we go. Because purple is 5, 4. Okay, and so therefore, that actually tells me that this arrow is a 6. It's like a whole new digit placed. I can pay Zach for a little overtime with an extra 5 dance. Boop boop ba doop. Woo. Boop boop ba doop. Wah. Boop boop ba doop. Wee. Ba doop boo doop ba doop boo doop boo doop boo boo doop boo. Wah. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Okay, so no 4, 5 here anymore. No 5, no 4, of course. No 4, 5 in either of those. No 6 over there, apparently. This digit is something. Oh, it's the other 7, 8. Oh, right. Where's the other 7, 8? And oh, sorry, yeah, the other 7, 8 is over there with that. Okay, so that's oh, right, sorry, no 4, 5 here either. No 5 up there. That's a 6, 7, 8 triple in this column, so these aren't 6. I guess I now know. Not quite, but I kind of know. Well, I know the sum of all of these digits, which means that it is, again, 27. So that means these 4 cells sum to 27, and that's a lot more restricted now than it once was. Especially given that there's a 6 on both sides. So there's a 6 on both sides. That means the others add to 15, and so there's a 7 on one side and an 8 on the other. And so that means that this isn't orange. Did I do that correctly? I think I did that correctly, because no, sorry, it means one of these is orange. Sorry, these are the ones that aren't orange. One of these is orange. Darn it. No, it's the other way. There is a 3 in this box, and it doesn't go with a 6. That's true. Oh, right. This digit, we just know what it is. Right. This digit is not purple, because purple is 4 or 5. It's not green, because this is the high green. It's not red, because there's red in the row. So this just is orange. Right. Okay. This is orange. So it's an 8. And we have finally unwound this crazy puzzle that has been made for us. So that makes that a 9 and a 6. Which makes that a 7 and a 1, and a 1 and a 1 and a 1. Makes this a 6, apparently. So this is 2, 4. These are 6, 7. No 7 over there. No 1 up there. Yeah, hopefully now this will unravel. Let's see, what is this? This is 3, 5. So this is not 3 or 5 or 1. Yeah, definitely we got a lot of reward for the hard work that we have put into this. Oh, this is a 7 now. for whatever that is worth. Let's see. There's no 7, 8 on here, so there's no 1, 2 on here. So this is 4, 5 now. So that is to say it's purple. So this is red, whatever the red one is. So the red 6, 7 is in here. So the red 6, 7 needs to be 2, 7. Because the red looks at it now. So the red is 2, 7. And so this is a 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. 5 or 6, 3, no 6s left over there. No 7 over there. This is now a 3 and a 2 owing to that. So there's a 2 in one of these two cells. These are 3, 6. And we even know the order, 3 and 6. These are the other color of arrow, which is orange. Okay, so that's not a 3. All right, those are 2, 3, 4. So these are 1, 5. I never actually filled in. These are 2, 7. Oh, and I even know the order, 7, 2. Let's see. Yellow. We actually get our yellow and our yellow in. I didn't actually fully appreciate that. So this is a 6, which is green. This is a something, which is something. We do need a color for this. It's not green for sure. It could still be 1, 8 if it's 1, 8 in the right direction. The 2, 7 is red. The 3, 6 is green. So there's a 3, 6 over here. Let's see. What about these digits that sum to 8? They're not 1, 7 or 2, 6. So these are 3, 5, and we know the order. 5 and 3, and the 5 here is purple. The 3 is green. Gives me the 4 and the 5 over here. No 5 there. No 3 or 5 there. No 4s over there. So this is a 7 or an 8 of some description. This is not a 4. Let's see. Okay, so now the total sum of these we can't do, but it's at least 16. Oh, and there's a 7, 8, 9 triple in the column. Okay, let's see. Let's instead pencil mark these. So that's not a 2. These aren't 1 or 8. They're 4 and 6. So these sum to 17. So these need to sum to 17. However, these sum to 3 plus 10 is 13. So that needs to be the 4. And that's the 2. So that's the 1 and the 8. So these were orange after all. Giving me the 1 and the 8 over here, giving me the 5 and the 1 over here. So now AFK really wants me to try and figure out how to make these digits add to 4 or 5, but it seems a little tricky at the moment. There might be lower hanging fruit. This is now not green or orange. This is red or purple. Would probably be easier if I colored the rest of this. So we'll do that first. We did say we knew we were going to get this zigzag 4, 5. Let's see. This 3 is green. This 2 is red. You were talking about making the 7 arrows work, right? I guess the row 5 will make that easy, won't it? I can't make this 7 without 1, 2, or 4. I now understand the claim about the not being able to be 7 without 1, 2, or 4. So this is an 8. Sorry, I thought you were talking about this arrow not being able to be 7 without 1, 2, or 4, and I was confused. So these are probably 3, 5, as I think that's the only way this is going to work. We are going to get our last yellows and our last not yellows. So that is a 9 and a 9 and an 8 and a 7. So these two need to add to 5 now. So that's a 1 and a 5. Oops. Sorry, a 1 and a 1 and a 4. Look what you've done to me, madunkies. 2 and 6. Over here. I think I could probably get rid of the coloring now. Oops. This looks very weird all of a sudden. My eyes can't adjust. I'm being told I should maybe fill in this digit, which is maybe not a bad idea. It's a 7, so that's a 2. 2 and a 7. 3 and a 2. 4 and a 3. I bet we can hit mark, and I bet it'll work. 5 and 4. 7, 1. 6. 3, 5. 2, 4. Yeah, it was a little more drawing than I expected. I did enjoy that. That was a very weird puzzle, and I did, like many in chat, comment, like, it felt like it was probably not going to be that bad with how many arrows there were, but it turned out there were so many arrows that somehow it was challenging. Okay, we can, let's see. Do we remember? These were purple. These were purple. These were green, right? I think these were green. These were orange and orange, and these were red. Yeah, that was definitely a wild ride of a puzzle. All right, I'm going to take a quick stretch, and then we'll do a 6x6 or 2. So be right back in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's do this this extra region Sudoku by Kinnison. Let's see, I see some Sudoku, like this 4 goes here. So these are a 1, 5. Let's see. This region needs a 3, I guess. Let's see. What are these? These are a 3 and a 6, I suppose. So 2, 3, 6. That one's not a 2. A 3, at least. Yeah, but I know one of these two is a 3, which I thought was going to be helpful, but I see by Sudoku one of those two is already a 3. Regrettably. Okay, let's see. We've got a... We know one of these two is a 3. That's probably going to be useful. So... No, it's not. It's not going to be useful. I keep trying to use the region and figure out something. I do see there's a 1 in this row. Okay, there we go. That is, I think, the thing I'm supposed to see. In row 5, the 1 is in the region. So in row 4, it's not, which means it's there. Which then actually places it in the region there like that, which gives me those. Let's see. So the 2 in this row has to be there because it can't repeat in this. Okay, the 5 in this row has to be there because it can't repeat in this. These are a 6 and a 4. This is also a 4 and a 6, or 4 or a 6, I suppose I should say. These are a 4 and a 5. Let's see. So, interesting. 2's gonna go in one of these. I know there's gonna be a 1 and a 3 down here somewhere. Huh. Weird. Also, no one has said anything, and that's very weird. It's been a very solitary experience solving this puzzle. One of these two's a 1. Yeah, I guess the 2 either goes there and there, or there and there. Do I want to mark the rest of this? Does that help? Thank you, Amnesty. I appreciate it. I don't think that helped, actually, funnily enough. Oh, but I do see the... Oh, no, maybe not. The 2 definitely goes in one of these 2 in this column. This 4, 5 goes in one of these 2. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to hand mark it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's not a 2. That one's not a 4. Okay. So, there's a thing going on with 5s, which is that we have a zackwing on 5s between these cells. Namely, I know there's a 5 in one of these and a 5 in one of these. That's all the 5s that column 4 and 5 get. So therefore, this digit is never a 5. There we go. That's very nice, which gives us a 4-6 pair, which means these aren't 6 or 4. So these are a 2-5 pair. Very nice, very nice. And then now I need this 4-6 to go in the thing, and this 4-6 can only go in the thing if it goes there. Is the point, right? So that's the 4. That is this 4-6. And so it's not the 2, which means that's the 2. And that's the 2, which gives me the 5. And now this is the 5 for this one, because we've got our 4-6 pair, which gives me the 1 and the 5, gives me the 4 and the 5, gives me the 6 and the 4, and the 6 and the 4, and the 6 and the 3 and the 6. Very nice. And the 1 3, and 4. Very nice. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay, let's do this absolutely insane looking math pesto puzzle. Each cell contains one of the digits from 1 to 5 and one of the colors red, orange, yellow, green, or blue. Digits and colors may not repeat within a row or column. Each possible combination of digit and color within a cell must appear exactly once. I can already tell you why this puzzle wasn't a 6x6. Because it turns out that combination of things is not possible in a 6x6. The two red lines are color palindromes, and the two gray lines are number palindromes. As I know too well, says Nell. Poor Nell. Number palindromes. Okay. Two red lines are color. The two gray lines are number palindromes. Okay. Digits and colors within a circle must each appear at least once within the 4 surrounding cells. Okay. So these two are the same. It doesn't. 5x5 orthogonal Latin squares do not have to be striped. I do not believe AFK. So these two are the same digit. So they're different colors for whatever that is worth. Yeah. One of these two is green, is what Ron is saying. Because I can only put 2 total greens in here. So one of these is green and the rest of these aren't green. So G in column 5 is here, is what we're saying. Because we said one of these is green. Yeah, options for green in column 5 are exactly here, I believe, owing to the fact that we need 4 greens in these cells. So this is green and that's green. For whatever it makes. Okay, same for 4. Yeah, same for 4. Because 4s are also sort of smooshed into here, and so this digit is also a 4. So that digit's not a 4, so one of these is a 4. For whatever that is worth. One of these two is green. Oh, right, it's that one, right. Because remember, we said one of these two is green, and so AFK's point is, therefore, none of these are green. So that's always green. Oh, yeah, these are just a 1-5 pair, points out Ambrose, because we've used all of the 2, 3, 4s between these. So 1-5 is all that's left. So that makes this also a 1-5 and makes these a 2-3. Which means one of these is a 1, I suppose. Let's see, that 2, 3 gets reflected to here, by the way. This cell sees a 1-5 pair in the strangest way. That I think I have ever seen something, a cell see a pair, possibly. Because it's the same color as this 1-5 and in the same row as that 1-5. So this is certainly a 2-3-4. I don't think that's going to be helpful, but it was cute enough that I had to say it because, well, what does Zeta love more than very bizarre pairs and triples? Uh, yeah, we can certainly rule out 2 and 4 from these. So these are only from 1, 3, 5, points out Ron, because we've got the 2s and the 4s there. You also know these aren't yellow. Yeah, in fact, we know these aren't yellow, green, or blue. So these are the other ones. The other ones being orange and red. So we can mark these as orange-red, which has the benefit of meaning that this cell is also orange or red. So these are blue-yellow. We can just fill in just for sanity. So this is blue or yellow. Right. This sees an even weirder pair because it's not that orange red and it's not that orange red because that orange red is that orange red. So this is not orange red or green. So this is yellow or blue. Uh, oh right, we know we have a red orange pair in row 1. Uh, all right, this is yellow blue just by the color palindrome. Right. Very nice. This quadruple requires a 2-3. Or sorry, requires this 2-3, which we know is not red circle. So this 2-3 goes there. So these are the same 2-3. I can perhaps red X those. This 2-3 has now shown up in both of red and orange. This quad needs a yellow, right? It doesn't have one yet, so this is the yellow. So this isn't yellow. So this isn't blue. So this isn't yellow. Helpful, helpful. Uh, and so now AFK points out, now that yellow looks at this quad and says one of these is yellow. So now this isn't yellow. This is a blue 2, 3. So now one of these two is blue. Oh, right. That blue gets mirrored over to here. So that should place the last blue, right? This row needs a blue there. And this quad needs a green, so that's going to be green. And this is going to be red or orange for the column. This row needs a yellow, and it can't go there, so it's there. This quad needs a yellow, so it's there. This is the last yellow in the grid. So these are both red or orange. This quad needs a green, so it goes there. Let's see. So this row also needs a red or orange. This is also a red or orange. So now I just have to decide how it is that we're sorting out our red and orange. I don't think I see how we're sorting them out. Yeah, one of these two is red. I just don't see how we're sorting out the color. I do see that this can't be 1, 5 because it sees a 1, 5 pair. So this is a 2, 3, 4, which means that this is a 1 or a 5. Oh, also this isn't a 4 because there's already a 4 in green. So this is a 2, 3, which makes these digits be from 1, 4, 5. So one of these two is a 4. But we need to know which is orange and which is red is the problem, unless we're going to subcolor orange and red, which we might. That's a 4, right? So that's a 4 because this column needs a 4, right? And we can't put it in green or blue. Yeah, it's possible we're going to find that these two are the same color, so that color is going to have to be red. Feels very strange to me, but what can you do? This digit's a 4 because yellow already has a 1 and a 5. And that digit's a 4 because palindrome. Okay. So I haven't reflected these 2 3s. These 2 3s go here across this digit palindrome. And these two are the same digit, whatever digit that might be. This is not a 3. This is a 1 or a 5, actually, for this column. So that means this is a 2 or a 3. That 1 or a 5, by the way, comes over here. So that 1, 5 looks a pair looks across here, making that a 3 and that a 2, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 3. makes that a 3 and a 3 and a 2 and a 3 and a 2. That's a 2. This is a 1 or a 5, and this is a 1 or a 5. Oops. So I'll write 4 or 8 in. That'll make it nice and easy. This is the 1 for this oople, so that's a 5, so that's a 1, so that's a 5, so that's a 1 and a 5, and a 5 and a 1. Oh, and a 1 and a 5. But we still have to sort this out. Okay, and so now we have to probably uncolor red and green and re-subcolor them, is the only thing I can think of. So let's color this thing, which we know is red or green. Let's just make it purple, and then we'll make the other one black. So the other one here is black. Now this is a color palindrome, so that's also black, which means that's also purple. Now we know that's black and that's black. So by color palindrome, that's black and that's purple. And now we have a purple there and a purple here. And now we learn that purple is red because of that. So that's red and black is the other one that we couldn't decide between. What color is it? Orange. Orange. Okay. Yeah. Ta-da! We have done it. All right. Well, that is a good spot for me to wrap up stream today. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I have enjoyed it. I hope you have enjoyed it. There were some quite nice puzzles today. Mostly smooth, with one harder but quite interesting crazy arrow puzzle. But thank you, everyone. We do, again, sort of next weekend have the debut of the new member benefits. So if you want to get in on the ground level, you can get your YouTube membership or Patreon membership today. We'll be talking about those next weekend. And we'll get started with also the Sudoku-vania Let's Play benefit. And also, I should mention again that in 2 weeks, I'm going to start doing a Let's Play of Silksong, so I'm looking forward to that. You can see how terrible I am at video games where I have to react to things. It will be wonderful. If you think I am bad at blueprints, just wait. But thank you, everyone, for your support. Do please like the stream if you have not yet done so. And last, famous puzzle game Silksong, indeed. Who knows? They've been working on it for 7 years. There could be a whole puzzle in it. You don't know. There could be. I honestly have no idea what to expect, other than that it will probably be fun, and I will probably be terrible at it. But anyway, last but not least, thank you to the Turbines, Daniel, David, Franco, Nell, Nordy, Plonktime, and Tyson. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.